Hey everybody, Julie Murphy here. I have spent the last 25 plus years as a financial planner in one of the top companies in the country. And what I've noticed is that we either work things out and we act it out, and we do it through our money, through our health, and through our relationships. So I want to help you on your journey to get to that next right step so that you can live exactly the life that you desire and deserve. All right, are you ready? So this is about how do you actually use the law of attraction to get to a place of financial success that feels right for you? Because remember, all of us actually have a different definition of financial success. So, and before we go through that list, I want to make sure that you subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell because guess what? I want to make sure that we're staying in touch with each other to get you to where you want to be. All right, so you're ready for number one? How can you use the law of attraction to help you live the financial success that you want? Now, the first thing is I need you to really understand. So I want you to understand it on a mind level that you have actually created 100% of everything where you're at financially. Oh, that might hurt for some of you. And some of you are like, damn, Skippy, I have. But that is the one thing I want to first meet you on a mental level to really truly understand that you are the creator of your life. You have created 100% of it. And once I can get you to understand the first one, that you understand it from a mind perspective, going, okay, I've participated in every piece of this along the way, because that's what I mean. The second point that I'd like to make of how to use the law of attraction to create your financial success is I want you to truly accept the fact that you've participated and created 100% of your financial reality. And I know for some of you, you're sitting there going, yeah, I don't know about that, Joel. But I'm here to tell you that that is spot on. So we need to understand it from the mind perspective. Then I need you to accept it, which is actually allowing it to land in your heart. That's the acceptance piece. Otherwise, we stay up here and we go, but, and we negotiate it away. I need you to get it to land in your system and land in your body. Why? Because we live in a vibrational universe. We live in a hologram. All you have to do is watch anything about quantum physics. It's no different than how our cell phones work. Our money is tied to the exact same thing. So we don't have to have a cord on our phones any longer to call China. That is true for us as human beings. So scientists have proven that we are vibrational. Everything in the universe is vibrational. We now just need to really truly understand that this is true for our money, because the money is only the result of whatever vibration you're creating. So, number one is I want you to understand it. Number two is I want you to accept it. Why? Because that creates the space for the new to come in. So, let's jump into the details of how do you use this law of attraction to get to financial success in however you define financial success to be. Number three, I want you to write down on a piece of paper, take a pen and a piece of paper, and I want you to write down, what are the thoughts that normally go through your mind about money, about your current financial situation? Is your mind worried about the bills coming up? Is your mind going, I wonder if I'm going to get screwed out of that bonus again? Is my mind thinking of all the different scenarios of how when your employer tries to not give you a raise that you deserve and what you're going to say about it? What are those thoughts going through your head? The thoughts in your head might be, oh my gosh, I have plenty. I'm doing good. I'm here. I'm there. But I really wish like somebody else in my world, like my spouse or my family members, would get on the same page as me financially, right? What are those thoughts? So take a pen to paper and write down, just so you can start to see some of the patterns of what your thought patterns are around your money. Okay? That's number three. Number four, in how to use the law of attraction to get to your financial success, is now the second thing I want you to write down on a piece of paper is I want you to write down what are the words that you normally use for your financial realm. So, for an example, if you're constantly talking about a budget, I always say that a budget doesn't make anybody feel good. It's like, oh, I'm going to go on a budget. Makes you feel like you're clamped down and you're stuck and you don't know where to go with things because it's like, I want to go do these things, but I can't do these things. And because my budget and blah, 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 blah. And then there's all this blame, shame, guilt, and judgment that we have around our money because we use the word budget. I want you to write down what other things, because we need to shift your vibration to something that says budget, like, that doesn't feel good. Feels like I'm trapped, to something that's more expansive. Because if you think you're trapped financially, you're going to keep creating the trap financially. This is how the universe works and the law of attraction works, because you're putting out the vibe that you're trapped, and then you keep creating scenarios where you're trapped. No different than I didn't get a pay raise, and then you're like, I'm afraid I'm not going to get a pay raise, and then you don't get the pay raise because you're thinking that you're not going to get the pay raise, because it's all vibration. Our health works the exact same way. They know now that megahertz of each disease, diabetes is at 52 megahertz, cancer is at 44 megahertz. They know the vibrational force of everything. And again, your money works the exact same way. So I want you to take that pen and paper and I want you to write down, what are the words that you use? Do you use budget versus how do I want my cash to flow? How do I want it to flow? Because it feels more expansive because you're choosing it as opposed to being told you can't have it. Do you say that you're poor all the time, even though you're not and you have money in the bank? Do you say that you didn't get enough from parents, or your parents didn't teach you about money? Or do you use the words about, do you talk about all your debt all the time? What's interesting is that many societies have made it so that the words that we use around money is that, oh, you're not supposed to talk about that. So then you talk about it like it's shameful or something. Well, then, but we're talking about all of our problems with money, but we're not actually talking about the great things about our money. So write down what other words, what's the energy you're putting out there. Okay, number 5. Here's the tricky one. So your thoughts and your words come more from a headspace, right? But then how do you feel about your money? That's number 5. I want you to write down, how do you really feel about your money? Like if you were having a conversation with money, what would you say to it? How do you feel about it? Are you never there for me? Are you, and it's creating these feelings of anxiety or fear or sick, or do you get depressed? Are you happy? Are you joyful? Are you ecstatic? Are you like, woohoo, plenty, the gravy train is here? Like, what is it? What are those feelings that you have around your money? And you might even be in between. You might be a tweener. You might actually be sitting there going, money is like, I'm okay, like I'm good, but it's not really like you're indifferent. Well, if you're indifferent around your money, indifference on your money is what's going to come back at you. So these are the things that I want you to think about, because again, we're in a vibrational universe. So it's your thoughts, your words, what you speak, and your feelings of what you put out to the world is what actually then comes back to you. And so we have to be mindful that when you're not using words and thoughts and feelings in what you would like to create in your life, then you have to shift your thoughts, your words, and your feelings to align with what you want to create, not what you already have. And that brings up number 6. Number 6 of how to really use the law of attraction to have financial success is I need you to choose to create this internal shift with your thoughts, your words, and your feelings around every situation with your money. Every situation. I know from my standpoint, I totally agreed to create an alimony payment that was not half of what I made in income. It was more than half. And why did I do that? People would say, why did you do that? Well, because I no longer wanted to be the energy of fighting through a divorce. I wanted to be in the energy of what I wanted to create. And guess what? Years later, all the money came in to support everything, myself, my ex, my kids, and it was abundant because my thoughts were not of, God, I hate paying this alimony. I put that alimony payment on autopilot, so I never had to think about it. It just went out of my checking account because I didn't want to think about it all the time, right? And then the words that I spoke when people would say to me about my divorce, they would say, oh, like you got screwed. And I was like, no, I didn't. I 100% chose to do that. And these are the reasons why I chose to do that. And it worked like a charm. And so then my feelings were great because I know now also when my kids go to my ex's house, my kids are being well provided for, just like they would be in my house. And we were able to make that all work. And as opposed to, I could have gone down the scarcity side, but I chose to stay abundant. And I can give you plenty of examples that show how, if you change your thoughts around your money, your words around your money, and your feelings around your money, that is when you get that all in alignment. It's a concept called coherence, where your heart and your mind are in alignment with each other. Then the law of attraction is nothing short of pure magic. So don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can know when I've given you other tips and tools to really attract exactly the life that you truly want to live right here, right now. Talk to you soon. Bye.